down this little track that's going towards Lake Jindabyne, so we thought come down here, have a bit of explore, a bit of look around.
Check it out. So as we haven't got much planned today, Kaz just mentioned from another angle that we thought we'd come and have a look down around the edge of Lake Jindabyne here. It's a little bit of a four-wheel drive track, not what you call difficult. We come for a look. I had these big plans of flying the drone, but it's bloody windy, so I'm not putting it up. So just driving around this track around the edge. This is where all the fishers come apparently. That's pretty well the end of that track. It's very short. But you can come down here and fish, but there's certain times you can be down here and certain times you can't be down here. So we're down here in a time you can be down here. It's just a little track to come fishing. There's nothing too major, nothing too difficult. But yeah, as you can probably see from the other camera, the trees blowing around like there's no tomorrow, so there's just no way in the world I prepared to throw a drone up in that. So we'll just have to live with it and go for a look around. So we, as I said, I don't know where we're going to go today or what we're going to do. We'll just go for a bit of a wander, probably round towards East Jindabyne or somewhere, and check that out. Yeah, a little bit of four-wheel driving. It's not hard. Like I'm literally in drive in high range without having locked anything in special. Well, I actually can't see where this rise goes. Oh, yeah, the track goes down there, so it's all good. So yeah, so it's just a little bit of tiny little bit of four-wheel driving, not even in low range. Bumpy, but not too painful. So we'll find our way out of here actually at some stage. I feel like I found a bloody push bike track. I know there's a way up there, but I don't think I'd take the straightforward line through here, so I'll have to duck around the edge here a bit. I don't think I'll worry about playing around in here too much. Just to come for a look at the lake, which turned out to be not too long at all. Anyway, as I said, not even in low. Just driving the truck in drive. Center diff lock's not locked in or anything. 200. They just go anywhere. I don't care. Just point them, shoot them. Away you go. Why would you drive anything else? If you did have to drive something other than 200, maybe a Ranger. But other than that, 200s, they just rock. From our rugged north to the beautiful south to the centre, east, west, doesn't matter where. For four-wheel drive tips and tricks and travel and information, you have come to the right place. Come for a ride with us. Mud Ducks, four-wheel drive tour. good morning. We're still travelling around the Jindabyne region. We've come down to East Jindabyne because it's probably the best place to have a look at the lake. So, spin you around, give you a squiz at the lake down here. It's quite blowy still, a bit disappointing. Really did want to throw the drone up, but I'm just not going to. So, you can fish all sorts of things in Jindabyne apparently, and it's good for all sorts of water sports. Use powered, I'm pretty sure I saw powered vessels out there. There's a sailing club. You just come down the rise a bit and it's not quite as bad, but as soon as you get up to any kind of altitude, it's windy. Anyway, how nice is this lake? I don't know if you launch boats off here or not. Maybe you would. I dare say you can, but yeah, I'm walking on fairly rocky stuff here. Well, for a day drive, because we really haven't got much to do around Jindabyne, we headed out along the Barry Way, and I don't know, 10-15 k's ago it went to dirt. Apparently we're heading towards Victoria. We've come to the Wallace Lookout. So I thought, well, why not have a look at it? We're at elevation's 894 metres. So there's info here about the fires that went through this area. So yeah, I'm not sure how much of that we should look at. Just basically about fires and regeneration and stuff. That's a nice look out over the mountains. That looks like the Barry Way continuing down the valley down there. So basically we're back in Kosciuszko National Park, and I reckon that road will somehow get us to Victoria. We're not going to Victoria, but I think it would. It tells you this road's not suitable for caravans. It tells you've got an overall length limit of 12.5. So I'm wondering why it's not suitable for caravans. I'm pretty sure a lot of vans and cars connected don't go over 12.5. Maybe they do. I'm not up on caravan lengths and stuff, but I would have thought a 20-foot van on the back of a 200 wouldn't go over 12.5 metres, but maybe it would. But anyway, this is Wallace Craigie Lookout, okay? And a bit of a memorial plaque here. This monument was erected in the memory of Wallace Craigie, editor Cooma Monaro Express, 1922 to 1955. In recognition of his unstinting, okay, so it says unstinting efforts towards the development of this area, and in particular towards the completion of the Monaro to Gippsland link. There you go. So just another unexpected little place we found, because that's all we're doing on this trip, as you know. We're just exploring with nothing particularly in mind. Should take that off, shouldn't I, for the camera? So anyway, I'll show you other things. It's still been too windy today to put a drone up, so it's just one of those things, unfortunately. Anyhow, alright, we'll catch up with you a little bit later on.
The next day.
Well, we've just left our accommodation in Jindabyne. anybody who's wondering, we stayed at the Discovery Park at Jindabyne, which I think used to be Big 4 at one stage in its life, but it's just the Discovery Park now. And we had a cabin. We always going to have a cabin there. We just had it for an extra night after our tent tribulations and stuff. So I had 3 days, 3 nights around Jindabyne, so we had a pretty decent time. Been all around the area, we think. Don't think we've missed too much. So today we're heading down to Cooma and to a Snowy Hydro Discovery Centre, I think it's called. Go and have a look in there, and then we're basically doing a road trip into Canberra. We're going to go have a look in Canberra tomorrow, then probably head home the next day. So what should have been a lot more camping than it was, between weather and equipment failures, turned out to be more of a road trip, guys. Hopefully you don't mind that, but that's the joys of touring with tents. It's no secret that Kaz and I want to get a caravan down the track, so eventually that's how we'll be doing it. But at the moment, we're trying this with the tent, and we had the problem with the new gear, and that's the joy of the new gear. But anyway, we'll figure that one out. Alright, so just running out of Jindabyne now, through the main part of town, and then we'll continue on our way. So fuel up here is a little bit dear. I've got plenty, so I'm thinking about waiting until I get to Cooma and having a look at fuel there. Cooma's only 60 odd k's away, and if it's the same price there, well, I guess I'll pay it. This being the doorway to the mountains, I think things are generally dearer here. Alright, that's about all I can tell you on this one. We have had a great couple of days around the Jindabyne area. We've enjoyed our run through the Kosciuszko National Park. So now we're going to continue on. So we will see you, probably not very long for you, but possibly a few hours for us, who knows. Apart from the noise, we've arrived at the Snowy Hydro Discovery Centre. So we'll give you a look at what we can see in there. We're just looking outside here at the plaques first. So William Hudson, Commissioner of the Snowy Mountains Hydroelectric Authority, 1949 to 1967. That plaque commemorates achievements and stuff. Over here, Kaz is checking something out. This memorial is dedicated to the memory of those who lost their lives whilst engaged in construction of the Snowy Mountain scheme. Fair enough too. It's chilly out here today. The Discovery Centre is in Cooma in New South Wales. Now, for anybody wondering why I have this interest in the Snowy Hydro, as you would have spotted it bits and pieces while we've been wandering around, that's mostly because my grandfather worked on the scheme, so I have a slight connection. Anyway, we'll see what we can find in here, and we'll show you what we can.
The actual model, or where the tunnel, the design of the tunnel, and this particular TBM is TBM number 3. So as I was saying, this one I do what's called the head race tunnel from Tantanega to the service shaft. So in real life, this actual machine will be 142 metres in length, 11 metres.
Now, I can't give you the technical stuff, but that's a live overview of what's being generated and what's being used at the moment, where we are. This one here, I don't know how that's coming up on screen, it's the price in the national market at the present, who's buying what and how much. So it's a lot of info at the Discovery Centre about how it's all used and reused and generated and changed and all that kind of stuff. It's a huge amount of dams and pipes and stuff. So it said there's 145 kilometres of underground tunnels. It's kind of bizarre. Over here we've got some artefacts, I suppose you call them, of some of the gear they used in days gone by. Awards, lots of stuff. Yeah, there's. It's worth coming in for a look, guys. There's no way in the world you're going to see enough in this little video clip here. If you're in Cooma and this kind of thing interests you, come in for a look. It's free, so come in for a look. A whole swag of black and white pictures with explanations as to what was used, what was going on. This one here is very similar to where Karen and I went at one stage for a look. Oh, time for the theatre. I'm going to go. I'll get back to you. There she is.
Hello, and welcome to Black Mountain. We happen to be in Canberra.
Canberra.
We're in Canberra.
We come to Black Mountain, Canberra.
So look up there.
So
Telstra Tower.
up here we go. The big Telstra Tower. It's a big bloody thing. It towers above us. Okay, well before we even get in there, this shows you what goes on the Telstra Tower. 195.2 metres at the top. UHF and VHF TV antenna, FM broadcasting antenna, paging base station antenna. There you go. This satisfies my nerdy side, guys. As you know, I'm an amateur radio operator. 132 metres, work platform, FM radio transmitters. Got mobile cellular antennas a bit lower down. More antennas lower down to 80 metres and so on. So the viewing galleries and stuff, they're only not even halfway up, 66 metres, a third of the way. Got nothing. Anyway, there we go. Telstra Tower opened on 15th May 1980 by Malcolm Fraser. Life wasn't meant to be easy, was it? It's just a model of the tower in the foyer. Pretty cool. Alright, we've come out of the elevator and we're up in the observation decks now. And if you look down there, I don't know how that's going to look on the camera, but you can actually see our car. Now, we were the only car in the car park, but somebody's chosen to park right next to us. Really? Anyway, there's people fiddling around out there now. Right, so walking around the observation deck shows us all sorts of things. Straight out this window is the Canberra Uni. Gold Creek Village out there. I really don't know how well the GoPro is going to show this up, guys, but we are here. So Australian Institute of Sport just down there. So yeah, it's a good view. I would suggest if you come to Canberra, then you come to the tower here at Black Mountain and come for a look around. Check that out. I'll do a lap. I'll stop my keys banging against the railing. Well, here we go. Over the city. .360 degree view by the time you walk all around here. Or maybe that's not the city. Maybe this is the city. Oh, I don't know. I know very little about Canberra. What I do know is last time Kaz and I were up here, it was way colder than this, so today's a bonus. As we walk around in circles, there's an awesome view up here, that's for sure. Alright, I don't know what else I could tell you, so I might leave it with this bit and show you more stuff when I've got more to show you. But you're sick of hearing that by now. Right, Kaz said to me, she said, Steve, you got issues. You need some minty freshness. So I came here. I don't think you can get much more minty than this, surely. Then she said, Steve, you're an idiot. And I said, you married me anyway. Alright, we're going for a look in here. Wandering around the mint, checking out all the history of the coins. Not going to go on to this too much as to how it's all done, but just another part of wandering around in Canberra. Well, I didn't film very much in the mint, so I just took a few still photos. It's amazing how much of that place is automated. But it's really worth a look, guys, if you get a chance. AC/DC coins. That's unbelievable. How many dollars you reckon are in that staircase? And get a load of that for some twos. Anyway, we're moving on.
Many hours later.
Well, for our first full day in Canberra, we're coming down to the National Zoo and Aquarium. We're joined today by people who some might recognise, young Glenn and of course Kaz. Glenn, some will know, most of you won't. But anyway, that's okay. So we're going to wander around and check out the zoo, and I'll show you bits as we go. And I'm going to put my sunnies back on because it's a bit bright. Kaz hasn't found this yet, but you'll see him in a second. There's a tiger up there. So Kaz will get very excited. Well, I found some penguins. There you go. Now the question, of course, is, are they little penguins or fairy penguins? Because we don't know how politically correct they are now. They used to be fairy penguins. But last time Kaz and I went to Phillip Island, they were calling them little penguins. Not that little. This is not Aussie ostrich. He's some imposter, but he's still an ostrich. That is not an ostrich. No. We're not sure what that is. It's not an ostrich. Right, guys, now for the uninitiated, this is not an ostrich. This is a giraffe. That's not a giraffe, that's Kaz. And Glenn. And this is another giraffe. If one giraffe is not enough, we have two giraffes. Oh, you found zebras. Look, there's one crossing right there. Is that a zebra crossing? I don't know.
6.5 hours.
Well, behind me, you can see the biggest dish at the Tidbinbilla Space Communications Centre outside of Canberra. Got a few dishes. See one there, a little one there. This is obviously the big one here. Now, NASA runs it. You see IRO flags there, but NASA runs it. Now through the gap in the trees there, you see two more dishes. Now, you used to be, and you possibly still are, normally allowed in here, but at the moment it's closed. But all we've got is a whole bunch of storyboards that explain the role Tidbinbilla station played in the Apollo missions upgrades, what they've done to it. Exploring the solar system and beyond. So, and this big dish here, DSS 43, 70 metre dish. And they've got a few 34s. 4 of them. Yeah, it's interesting. So there's lots of stuff to read about this place. I'm not going to sit there and read it all to you. It's a shame that we can't go for a look in the... Last time I was here when it was open, which is quite a few years ago, the information in here is quite expansive. So you can really find out Australia's role in deep space exploration and communications. But yeah, unfortunately we can't go in here today. It's a bit of a bugger. I would have liked to have taken you for a walk around in there. But it's a 30k drive out here. When you get out to the gate, that's when it tells you it's closed to visitors. So they still let you drive up to the public car park where we are. So we're not doing anything wrong. It's just unfortunate that we can't look around it further. Anyway, that's how it goes. So I guess we'll move on. I'll take these off again for you guys. I'll move on and see what else there is to find in the Canberra region. I didn't get a lot of footage of the zoo today, I don't think. Just too hard. The cats didn't want to play. So you get that on the big jobs. Tomorrow we head home. So anyway, alright. That's this bit. I'll show you other things when I find things to show you. Well, good morning. We've left Canberra probably half an hour ago on the Federal Highway. We're back in New South Wales. We're heading home. So I thought I'd wrap this one up. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video. It's a little bit different to the way I wanted it to start out with, but anyway, that's the joys of what happens on the road. Between failing tents and weather conditions that didn't make it very conducive with a failing tent. So anyway, here's what it is. So we're on the way home, so that will probably do for this one. Hope you liked it. If you did, throw a like on it. Really appreciate it. If you're new here, consider subscribing. And if you do subscribe, click the notification bell and you'll know when my new clips come up. And for the old hands, as always, thanks for taking the time out of your day to watch one of my clips. So I hope you have a great one, guys. I don't think I'm going to video anything on the way home. It's basically 4 hours of zooming up the tar, so nothing really worthwhile. If I do see anything, I'll chuck it in, but anyway. Alright guys, all the best. Take it easy. We will catch you all on the next one. Cheers.